Hi, this is Gus Ponstingle, the leak detective. Today we're going to be talking about, for those with water leaks, a new and better way to stop the leak. This is for all you buyers and sellers of homes out there. The old way of dealing with leaks during a sale is pretty much old or bad, redundant. Anyway, the old way basically was if you had a leak and you were a seller, most times you try to conceal or reduce the apparent effect of the leak, and then a home buyer would come in and hire a home inspector, hopefully to check for leaks. But you know what? The statistics show 71% of those fail. And then the buyer would come in buying a home, not aware that it leaks. Then the next rain would come and a leak would occur. And then unfortunately, lawyers and other things were called. It gets really messy. The fact is that 55% of homes out there are probably leaking currently, and many homes have multiple leaks. Now, according to Nebraska state law, you must disclose that you have a leak. It's part of the requirement. Unfortunately, most leaks are still concealed, even with the disclosure statement, ranging from 70 to 95% of the time. And why is this? Well, the number one reason is they are very, 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 very expensive to fix. And a friend of mine likes to say, some of these contractors can thrash your entire savings. So the facts are that leaks can hurt a sale of a house. Let's talk about a little bit of some of the reasons why. First, they drive down the price of the sale. They will slow down the sale of a home, maybe adding months to the sale process while it gets resolved. They can also just flat out drive buyers away immediately. They also lower the ability to resell the house in the future, and that causes a lot of worry. They are very expensive to clean up, including time off, usually between $5,000 and up to $30,000 sometimes. They can cause all kinds of things: cracking, settling, mold that most people feel like is harming them. That's also fairly expensive to clean up. And most people just worry a lot when they have a leak that water's going to get in and damage some of their property. And then ultimately, if you don't fix it, it can lead to homelessness. But that's not very funny, and we understand. So if you're thinking of concealing the leak, we recommend you don't do it. That's basically because the next time it rains, it's going to come in, and then that new homeowner is going to call the leak detective, who's going to probably look for damage that takes a while to occur. You notice the stains on that wood. They take a while. We're trained to basically look for these clues, and they can include all kinds of things, including efflorescence, mold, rot, anything like that. So if you're aware of a leak, please just tell the truth. Basically confess the details, and what we want to do is start with general dates and the amount of damage done. Also show them what you did to fix the leak. And that could include receipts of work orders or pictures of repairs that were done, or even reports by leak inspectors. Now, if you're going to rely on the home inspection to protect you from a leak or the discovery of a leak, just remember 71% of those home inspectors fail to find leaks. And that is because unless it's an active leak, a home inspector really has a hard time knowing if a house is leaking or not. What we call dormant leaks are very common, and they occur, or they are predominant between rainstorms. You have a leak, it's just not occurring now. You'll see evidence or staining, but it is not leaking currently. And home inspectors have so many things that they have to inspect and cover. Doing a detailed analysis of the drainage system is just not one of those. There's other reasons why they don't do a good job of finding leaks. One, they're not really trained to detect leaks. They're not experts at determining how leaks occur. They are pretty good at understanding homes and generally the process of homes, but leaks are a specialty. Leak may not be inspecting when they're there. There's just not enough time during their inspection to do the detailed investigation. And sometimes there's just too much evidence, and it clouds the true from the false. And again, they aren't testing the entire system. So if a home inspector doesn't find a leak, does that mean you're off the hook? Are they responsible? Nope. If you say that there is no leak and the home inspector also was unable to find one, you are, and there is a leak, you are probably guilty of negligent misrepresentation, and that can lead to lawsuits and possibly jail. Well, probably not jail, but it's not fun to go through. So we think there's an easier and cheaper way to deal with leaks, and we're happy to give you an option now. What is the new plan? Well, that involves our services and our methodology. For one, we were trained to detect and understand stormwater design. Second, it doesn't matter if it's leaking during our inspection or not. We don't need an active leak to figure out how the house works. Our testing can take 2 to 3 hours. Usually it's under 2, but I warn people it can take up to 3 hours, and we charge hourly. We're not worried about multiple layers of evidence. We are very comfortable dealing with what's new and what's old and figuring out what is causing the leak currently. And we can test the system, which nobody else is doing. Our results speak for themselves. For example, 95% cheaper, 100% better, and way more reliable. When we say 95% cheaper, not including our fees, which range from $200 to $400, most leaks can be repaired for under $100 per leak, and that's for the do-it-yourselfer. And sometimes it's even $5 to $10, like a bottle of caulk. Our results are by far superior to anybody else out there because we actually stop the leak. We have a whole lot of information about this on our website, why drain tile is a terrible choice to stop leaks. And then lastly, we're way more reliable. Because of our testing, we are 99% accurate of what eventually we figure out causes leaks. So the best and new way to find leaks is to call the leak detective, because there are many causes of leaks. We can say up to 1,000. High water tables, fortunately, are an extremely low percentage of causes of leaks, probably under 1%, although most contractors will scare you into thinking that your house is sitting on a high water table. So give us a call, 402-309-3911. This is the Leak Detective. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. And for homeowners or buyers or sellers, please give us a call if you have any questions about a leak in your home. Have a good one.